Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets, presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice of the guy. It's me, really rough, feeling rough. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I hate when one of the shows that I do, shout out to the NBA Gambling Podcast, humble plug. I hate when one of the shows I do picks start going better than the other, because then I start getting in my mind of, oh, what am I giving? And I like both things. It's like I like the picks, but it looks like one side is way better than the other. Because I gave out a couple of good picks on the other show. Shout out to the Raptors. Shout out to the Heat. But here, oh, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good at all. 2-4 on the week. That is not good. 2-4 on the week. And it's been a couple of close plays that I'm like, oh, they could have gone either way. Cavs team total over 113.5. Cavs have a slow start to the first, kind of lose it in the fourth against the Knicks. Donovan Mitchell goes crazy in the third quarter. And they finish with 111. Yikes. And then Jaylen Brown, he gets us there by the hook, does exactly what we need, 25 points. So, I'll never complain about that. But then Joel Embiid, just like, it's okay. I'm perfectly fine with Joel Embiid looking as bad as he did, because now I know that this is not Joel Embiid anymore. This is a shadow of himself. In fact, Joel, please, please take your rest now. We have the watch now. Please rest. It will take care of the league, because your services are no longer needed. I just want you to know that. No longer needs your services in the NBA here. That's how you're gonna look. Oh my gosh, Joel. He couldn't move. Why was he playing in the game? Ew. All right. So I have two plays that I want to give out. Short slate, 2 games on the day. I would love to go 2-0, bring me back 4-4. Then Friday, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling and start picking up. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about some of the action. I'm about to start getting into some sides and totals. I played around with the Heat as a dog. That's always good. I should have made that an official play here instead of, I gave out the wrong plays on the wrong show. That's all it is. I mean, I should have gave, they've had enough winners. I've been with them a long time. They've had enough winners. I need winners here. So I gave out the wrong plays for the wrong show. My bad. All right. So let's see here. Before we do that, got to make sure I talk to you about Hard Rock Bet. If you haven't tapped into Hard Rock Bet, then make sure you go get on right now. They aren't legal in every state, but they have more states on the way. NBA's back, and if you are a new customer, you can place your first $5 bet, and if it wins, you can get $150 in bonus bets. They're giving out NBA parlay boosts all week, and it's Thursday, so it's time for another week of the legendary rewards drop. You can go get it right now in Hard Rock Bet. Open it up. It could be a bonus bet. It could be parlay insurance. It could be whatever. So go check it out. Download the Hard Rock Bet app right now so you don't miss the promos, rewards, and more. All right. Next up on the slate, let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder rematch of the NBA Finals on the road, going to play the Indiana Pacers in their second game of the season. Pacers' first game of the season. Pacers are catching 7.5 at home. Line is fluctuating around 231.5. It just moved to 232.5. It's been growing and growing and growing on that total. And I'm not gonna lie, I am in my own head a little bit. This is a little look behind the looking glass. I am in my own head a little bit, because the start of the season here has been rough. I'm trying to make sure I don't overthink. I'm just trying to, I don't want to put too much on here, because it's a new season. These teams are new. They could be different. Some things could be the same, but a lot of things could have changed. So I'm trying to dial it back, not too much on the unit size, just have some fun with it, and then figure things out, get my trends going for the season, and then really, really get rolling. And so right here, I don't want to put too much in the NBA Finals, but I just want to say that now the Indiana Pacers are without Tyrese Halliburton. Miles Turner is no longer there, and they do not have TJ McConnell right now. So they are legit without a point guard in this. And they lost a very big piece and some size in Miles Turner over to the Milwaukee Bucks. So, with all of that being said, I went back and forth on a number of bets. I landed on Oklahoma City team total over 119 and a half. Have OKC score 120 on the road here today. I think that this is one, OKC can score on the road, at home, doesn't matter. I don't have any problems with OKC scoring here. I almost got to the full game over because I do think that Indiana is going to play fast. That's going to lead to OKC scoring a bunch in transition. And I'm curious of what the transition defense looks like for Indiana without Miles Turner here. A couple of new people, new faces. It's going to be a lot of minutes for Ben Matherin here, who's probably going to be doing his own part of the scoring. That's why I kind of do like the Indiana Pacers to help on their side of the total, but I just decided to stick it to the OKC Thunder here. I trust that with Chet and the size that they have with Isaiah Hartenstein, they'll be able to get enough offensive rebounds to be able to share extra possessions. We know how SGA is going to get down, and he's going to be able to go out there and score and pick and choose and be able to body one or two. Yes, probably no J-Dub in this game, but I still feel confident about the outside scoring from all the options. I think this is where we really see that bench thrive. Alex Caruso comes in and chips in. We have Aaron Wiggins chip in. We have Casein Wallace chip in. Like, this is where we start to see this OKC team do the things that they were doing last year, really, really heavy, much like the first game of the season, and put a good points total on the board. So I think OKC will do their fair share of scoring, especially because Indiana wants to run fast regardless. Like, no Tyrese Halliburton, no TJ McConnell is not slowing this team down at all. They're going to push the pace. And I think OKC can counteract that by going fast with them, being able to score the basketball. We've seen them do it in the finals, and honestly through the regular season of last year. They were able to score on this Indiana team. So I'm still not locked into Indiana's defense, and so I'm still going to fade it. I was very close to playing the over. I was very close to pivoting off of that completely and going to Pascal Siakam on his points. And I still may play the Pascal Siakam play a little bit later, but I think Pascal Siakam has a good chance to go over his points. That's a prop bet cheat sheet play as well. So make sure you go check out the prop bet cheat sheet. I'm going to stick with the OKC team total over 119 and a half. I will admit, guys, not hot nothing. This is one that I'm a little bit questionable on, just a little bit. I don't know if Indiana is going to take it lightly, even with the injuries this game, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to respond defensively. Maybe they go and put up a high points total on their own, but I just don't think that the defensive metrics is where the response is going to come from Indiana after losing those finals. I think it's going to be more on the offensive note, where Pascal Siakam has a big game, where Ben Matherin has a big game, and they're able to score, and they force this OKC team to score. So that's how I kind of see it. Not really the best kind of read on that game, but I'm willing to put a little bit on it earlier in the season. One, to give the people something to fade. Shout out to the guy that said fade him Furman. Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good one. Fade him Furman. I ain't heard that one. That was a good one. You got it. So, all right, there's a fade for you. We'll see how it goes. OKC team total over 119 and a half. And before we get to the next play, I want to give out to you, I gotta make sure I talk to you one more time about the BettingPros app. If you have not gotten that BettingPros app, make sure you go get it right now. You will be able to, hey, follow me at Terrell Furman. You can see what action I have going on the day. I talked to you about my other show, NBA Gambling Podcast. Whatever bets I place from that show, like the Miami Heat yesterday or the Toronto Raptors on the money line yesterday, I'm going to place in the BettingPros app, so you can have easy access, even if you don't listen to my other show, to see everything I'm betting on the BettingPros app. All you got to do is go follow me, download the BettingPros app on iOS for free, and you will be able to get that done. It should be available in your Android store, whatever store also as well. So make sure you get over there, tap in, lock into the BettingPros app, and start winning today. All right, let's see here. Next game up, we've got the Denver Nuggets on the road going to play the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are laying 2.5, 234.5 is the total. I really like Denver this year. I think Denver is going to have something to say in the Western Conference. I love the moves that they did in the offseason, getting Cam Johnson, bringing back Bruce Brown, bringing in Valanciunas. Like, they have brought in a legitimate bench. They have a backup big. They brought in another scorer like Cam Johnson that I think is going to be an upgrade from Michael Porter Jr. I like this Denver team. I want to see them put it together first. I don't want to jump all the way in the waters with Denver right now. I want to see them to put it together with Dave Alderman on the road. If this was in Denver, I probably would officially have a bet on Denver, whatever the line was. However, this is in Golden State. And so I'm going to just bet Denver how I know to bet Denver when they play Golden State, which is just to take Jokic because Jokic eats them alive. I want Jokic to go over 40.5 points and rebounds. We've got, boom. You look at what he's done against the Warriors recently, 33 and 12, 38 and 10, 32-16, 34-9. The one line he went under was 26-14, and that was 40 on the dot. So, and then even after that, 35-13, Lord Jokic, you are a dog. All right, so with that, the size of the Golden State Warriors. Do I really have to talk about that much? I can, but we know the Golden State Warriors do not have a lot of size. They're throwing out, especially in that last lineup, it was a lot of Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga. There was some posts coming off of the bench, and he could be just a big body to throw at Jokic. But I don't think anything is actually really, really going to slow Jokic down here. And this is what the Warriors do. They let Jokic get his, and they try to limit everybody else. They try to limit the assists to the best they can so that, hey, if somebody's getting off, it's just Jokic. We're not letting him set up his teammates for success and get them to their spots, and they be able to torch us. And you look up and Jokic has some 13, 14 assists and you're down 15 points. Like, that's not what you want. You want to just go ahead. All right, Jokic, if you get yours, you make those great plays around the rim, you're able to get the ball off of offensive rebounds and put back up. Like, we can live with that, but let's try to slow everybody else down and make just Jokic beat us. That's what I've seen Steve Kerr's game plan to be against Jokic. That's what the numbers have entailed, as he's completely been so good against the Warriors in years past. And I think that's going to have a big deal of what Jokic does here today. So I'm going to just go ahead and go with Jokic. Give me Jokic over 40.5 points and rebounds. Didn't take the assists. I understand it. You could take the PRA if you do want to. I don't think it's a bad play at all. I think all plays are Jokic are good plays today. I landed on the points and rebounds, saying that I think that this Warriors team could do a lot of what they did to the Lakers, which is make all the other pieces. They were sticking to Rui Hachimura on the 3-point line. You guys know that I was watching that. They were sticking to all the other pieces, kind of like glue, and forcing it to be the Luka Doncic show, honestly. And so I think that's what they're going to do here with Jokic, force it to be the Jokic show. Give me Jokic over 40.5 points and rebounds. And with that, those are the two plays that I have for you. OKC team total over 119.5. Jokic over 40.5 points and rebounds. I'm at really real __ on X. Make sure you give me a follow at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just kind of like this. So we are out of here.